As a result of a decision that will be made in the next days and weeks, a price of $1 per XRP has been explicitly declared to be highly logical by analysts. It has been established beyond a reasonable doubt that the SEIC has not satisfied the requirements necessary to even examine or debate an appeal for their loss. In a recent interview from the month of July, the CEO of Ripple mentioned that a settlement is a possibility, and he made it plain that Ripple is open to settling if XRP on its own is willing to do so. The CEO also stated that a settlement is on the table. In this particular scenario, the SEC payment is obligatory. Nevertheless, the rising value is also at risk, and this is the thing that concerns all of us the most. According to Ripple's chief legal officer, the settlement is not the only factor that has an impact on the situation, where Rand makes the assertion that Ripple has only just recently discovered its disagreement with the secretary's idea for an interlux tree and to Rome appeal. They contend that there is no information at all in 5. On top of that, it directs us back to settlement news that the SEC never intended for, and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, which recently opened a secret meeting scheduled for September 7th, has confirmed this as well. The SEC even acknowledges that an appeal should take place, and on top of that, it also directs us back to settlement news that the SEC never intended for. This is something that is being closely monitored by us. You are probably already aware of the topics that will be discussed in this meeting. However, we will bring to your attention that it will take place on September 7th, the establishment and resolution of injunctive action, the establishment and resolution of injunctive action, the institution of administrative processes, the resolution of claims and litigation, and other issues connected to exam enforcement proceedings will be reviewed at length during this meeting. Doesn't this suggest that Ripple and the SEC will come to some kind of compromise? Oh gosh, what can I say? That's not all, despite the fact that XRP's price is likely to experience a large increase, and of course the rest of the odd things that have been happening. All of the signs point to the possibility that XRP's value will increase, because in the end, people like Ripple, data suggests that the value of XRP would increase, and it will be clear to you that based on what we can see, the price of XRP is likely to go to a few dollars for now. Before it continues to ascend, it is unavoidable, and even if it were possible to file an appeal, a settlement would still be the only fair auction that could take place as a result of the situation. The chances of being successful would be further diminished by filing an appeal, according to the judge's decision that token sales on an exchange and a blind bided transaction do not fall under U.S. law will allow Ripple and the SEC to settle before the end of the year of monetary regulation. This is something that the XRP community has reiterated in another tweet this year, stating that a resolution of the Ripple litigation is necessary and will take place very soon. I seem to recall Ripple suggesting that a settlement would be reached almost immediately if the SEC decided that XRP is not a security. This is something that I have heard before. It is now official that the court has ruled that XRP is not a security, and this fact has been acknowledged. The question, therefore, is what is it that is preventing a resolution to the ongoing dispute? The truth is that nothing is a problem right now, and I believe that in the agreement clause, Ripple will propose that the SEC not only not classify XRP as a security for institutional investors, but also not classify it as a security in and of itself, which is something that we already know is almost guaranteed to occur due to the occurrence on September 29, 2023. This is something that we already know is almost guaranteed to occur because we already know that nothing will be a problem right now. But we'll get into that later in the video to explain why this will affect XRP's work. Because it will undoubtedly have an effect on the pricing of the currency. XRP's value will increase as a direct consequence of this development. Ripple's chief technical officer, David Schwartz, believes that XRP will one day overtake the United States dollar as the primary reserve currency. What if Ripple CEO David Schwartz were to publicly declare that XRP will one day legitimately supplant the US dollar as the world's primary reserve currency? By the way, analysts contend that a price of $1 or more per XRP is a logical collusion of $100 worth of XRP is insufficient to bridge the complete amount of money to reiterate. This is not the first time that we have come across an article in which experts who are both rational and practical make claims that are comparable to one another. Who else agrees that the price of $1 per XRP is reasonable, despite the fact that it is impossible to purchase XRP for that amount of money? Arthur Braye, the co-founder of Ripple Labs, is of the opinion that the potential worth of XRP is $1 and that it must be scalable in order to accommodate 7.5 billion people throughout the world. This is something that you might expect. Arthur Braye, one of the co-founders of Ripple Labs, has been quoted as saying this: "As long as countries continue to use it as currency, the value $1 seems to make sense. Every little thing makes perfect sense. Just ask yourself why a company like Ripple Labs would want to enter the real estate sector in order to tokenize real estate. Do you not recognize real estate? Do you not recognize the magnitude of this industry? Ripple is the one taking control of the situation, despite the fact that they are fully aware that XRP is not a security in and of itself, as well as the belief that their coin would have a high value and be able to successfully manage the tokenization of the real estate market. In point of fact, there has been a considerable amount of debate. Ripple and the Rencom network have recently announced that they will be working together on a big project that will involve both of their respective organizations. As with Ripple, the availability of this business to be rented is made possible by its massive size. It works in conjunction with the Rencom network that is operated by the Republic of Palau. The primary objective of this asset organization is to amass a significant quantity of movable, rentable properties, including a variety of different things such as house and automobiles. The fact that they would only accept rent as payment from tenants is the most important thing to keep in mind throughout return. If they pay their rent on time due to the Renkin network, which has properties throughout Japan, Europe, and a variety of other countries, they are eligible to get 10 of the monthly rent as a discount back to their main office, which I think is either in the United States or Canada.